One of the personal choices you can make as a driver is to protect yourself and your passengers every time you get behind the wheel. The laws of physics do not know who you or your family are. If you break these laws, you and your family are not excused from the consequences.
Approximately how many of the occupants killed annually in passenger vehicle collisions are unrestrained? You are correct. About 54% of the occupants killed annually in passenger vehicle collisions are unrestrained.
There's 3 collisions that are involved in a motor vehicle crash. The first one is that of the car. When the car comes traveling at a speed and comes to a sudden stop, that's the car hitting something.
And then there's the people inside the vehicle that bounce around kind of like pinballs, and that's the second collision.
At the moment of impact, safety belts absorb the force of the crash of belted occupants. But unbelted occupants remain traveling at the vehicle's original speed.
A lot of people hit the ceiling of the car, the roof of the car. A lot of times they hit the dashboard. We see some really severe chest injuries, but the head injuries really are the worst. Those are the ones that are hardest to do something about.
If you're unbelted, you have a greater risk of being ejected from the automobile. If you are ejected from the vehicle, your risk of injury and death increases about 25 times.
Let's stop a moment and think about this. If a vehicle is traveling at 55 miles per hour, 88 kilometers per hour, how fast will the unbelted occupant still be going at the moment of impact? That's correct. The unbelted occupants would still be traveling at 55 miles per hour at the moment of impact. And just after the vehicle comes to a complete stop, the occupants will slam into the steering wheel, windshield, dashboard, seat, or other interior surfaces.
The seatbelt keeps you in the car. In the event of a crash, the main thing it does is it keeps you within the body of the vehicle.
When people are belted, you see a different kind of injury pattern. I mean, there are injuries that we can fix and things we can do things about.
The third collision is actually inside the body itself. Your heart, your lungs, your liver, your spleen, your brain continue to travel at 60 miles an hour, and it slams up against the interior components of your body. And that's where you can sustain the internal damage that frequently results in the injuries and death that we see.
The seatbelt is the difference between coming into the emergency room from a collision and walking out an hour later, or staying in the hospital for months. And so it's frustrating because they don't have to be hurt that badly.
Safety belts are lifesavers. They protect you by absorbing the force of a collision. They help you stay in control of your vehicle, and they increase your chances of surviving a collision by more than 50%. Mandatory safety belt use laws are in effect in several states, of which many states are standard enforcement.